Hey guys, Franchise here with Franchise80s.com, and today I'm doing this video to talk about movies, specifically my top 10 favorite movies of all time. So I'm going to run down this list so you guys can kind of get an idea of some of my weird and crazy taste in movies. We're going to start off with number 10, and it is Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I really love time travel movies. Anything I have to do with time travel, I'm a big fan. So this is one of my all-time favorite movies. Comes in at number 10. A lot of people probably won't agree with me because it probably didn't get a really high rating from the Internet Movie Database, but it's a lot of fun. Great movie. I recommend it. Okay, number 9, Rounders. If you, even if you're not a poker player, this is a really interesting movie. It's a really good movie, and it really takes you inside the world of professional poker. I played poker at a very high level for a lot of years, so this movie for any poker player is actually the holy grail of poker movies. But even for someone who never played poker, it'd be pretty interesting to watch this movie because it really would help you to understand the complexity of the game of poker and the attraction that a lot of players or a lot of people have to playing the game poker competitively. It's not about gambling. Poker is not about gambling. To any serious poker player, it is one of the most competitive things you can do because it's a really it's all about it's like chess. It's all about the mind and being able to outwit your opponent. So it's a really, really good movie. And that's number 9. Number 8, another time travel movie, Back to the Future. I like all the Back to the Futures, but Back to the Future 1 is the one I'm talking about right now. The original Back to the Future. Like I said, anything to do with time travel, I love it. So next up we have Clerks. Kevin Smith's famous cult classic Clerks. I love this movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. Maybe because I was a clerk at a video store. This is about 2 clerks. One's from a grocery market, and the other one at a video store. It's a very, very funny movie and very witty. I recommend that one as well. I recommend all these. So next, Rocky 4. I love all the Rockies. This is right here is the Rocky collection. It has all Rockies. Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Rocky Balboa. But specifically Rocky 4, where Rocky faces the undefeatable Russian, Ivan Drago. This is a really good, feel-good movie, and it's my favorite Rocky movie of all of them. Next we have The Karate Kid. Karate Kid Part 1 is my favorite. The Karate Kid 1 is just an 80s classic 80s movie. One of my favorite movies of all time, and what an ending. One of my favorite endings as a kid. I used to have fantasies that I was Daniel LaRusso in the Karate Kid and the Karate Tournament. What an awesome ending this movie had. So next we have Superman the movie. This probably would be my favorite movie of all time if it wasn't for Superman 2. So I really love Superman 2. Superman 1, though, the original Superman, I had to be on my top 10 list because Christopher Reeves, the true Superman, he really just defined who Superman really was. And oh man, I don't know, I must have seen this movie over 100 times. One of my favorite movies of all time. So now we're getting into my top three. At number three, Goodfellas. This would be probably number one on a lot of people's lists. And Internet Movie Database has this ranked pretty high. This is probably one of the greatest movies ever made. For me, the greatest mobster movie ever made. It really captures the essence of the mob, in my opinion, more so than even Godfather. A lot of people love The Godfather, and that's a debate I would probably get into with a lot of people who watch The Godfather and love The Godfather. I love The Godfather too, but Goodfellas, I think, is, to me, Goodfellas is the absolute hands down greatest mobster movie of all time. Number two is Star Wars, the original Star Wars. What can I say about Star Wars? Revolutionary. You know, this would be number one on a lot of people's lists. One of the greatest movies ever made. I love it. And number one, my favorite movie of all time, Superman 2. Like I said, if it wasn't for Superman 2, Superman 1 would probably be up there pretty much number one. But Superman 2, I love it because it has the villains, General Zod, and it has a really, really great ending. I must have watched this over 100 times too. So by far, this is by far my favorite movie of all time. So I have to also do a couple honorable mentions. I don't have the movie with me, but Tombstone's up there. Definitely in my top 20, and that's my favorite Western of all time. Tombstone is an amazing movie. Another honorable mention, American Ninja. Love American Ninja. I love ninja movies, but American Ninja is the best ninja movie I've ever seen. American History X. Love this movie. Really dramatic, really amazing movie. I highly recommend this to anyone. It's really a really good movie. Brewster's Millions. This one maybe not as good as American History X. A lot of people probably, you have to have a certain type of, I guess it's an acquired taste, but I love this movie. The guy has a choice to be able to, he gets an inheritance where he can have $1 million free and clear, or he can go and try to spend $30 million without having any assets, and if he can do that, he gets $300 million. So I don't know, I probably would go for the $300 million. Great movie, pretty funny. I really liked it. Next is Friday. I love the Friday movies. The original Friday, one of the best comedies ever made. My favorite Friday movie is Friday After Next. That was my favorite, my personal favorite, but the Friday movies are awesome. Diggstown. I love Diggstown. It has, just mainly because it has one of the greatest endings of all time. Really cool movie. Recommend that one for sure. And then finally here, honorable mention, Equilibrium. Equilibrium is a great action movie. Has a lot of amazing choreographed action scenes. They do some incredible stuff with this movie. I think it's even, to me, some of the choreographed scenes are better than The Matrix, and the storyline is pretty interesting too. So right there, it even says it. Forget The Matrix. Equilibrium. Definitely Equilibrium. Check it out. So anyway, those were my top 10 favorite movies of all time, plus some honorable mentions. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember, I'm going to be giving away all sorts of prizes coming up in some of my future videos. All you got to do to be entered to win some of these great collectibles and prizes is to just hit like and subscribe, and you'll automatically be entered to win. So thank you very much, and I will see you next time.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand.